So once again, good afternoon, dear students. And as earlier I told you that I will deliver one more lecture on agriculture issues and what does it means during this COVID-19 era or lockdown period. Earlier I told you about the importance of agriculture, Indian agriculture, and I just presented as a theme of the present area or present era. Today I will just move one step forward and try to conclude that in this COVID-19 era, how agriculture has been impacted, or we can say that what is the economic impact on agriculture globally as well as in India also. So globally, the Food and Agriculture Organization, this is FAO, we all know about the FAO, expects shifts in the supply of the demand for food. It warns of a world food crisis if countries do not protect vulnerable people from hunger and malnourishment and declog food supply chains. And similarly, the United Nations has warned that the COVID-19 crisis would trigger food shortages around the world. And the World Food Programs, that is WFP, has also noted that the COVID-19 crisis is threatening to the affects millions of people already made vulnerable by food insecurity and malnutrition. Okay, and the small and marginal farmers will also be badly affected if they are unable to continue working their land, earn remunerative productive price and gain access to markets or purchase or sale. So this is a global threat, and if there is a global threat, India is a hub of agriculture. There is a lot of opportunity how India could get lead role to serve the world in the sector of agriculture. This is a great opportunity for us. Okay. As India moves from regulations and controls to a total lockdown, the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on the economy is becoming even more acute. And still we are living in the lockdown period. Today is 20th of May. And the Indian economy, which has already facing a sharp downturn by the end of 2019, will surely record an extraordinary poor growth rate for the months of coming year in 2020. Okay, if the lockdown continues beyond the month of May or June, the impact is likely to be even more severe. This is a reality, but we have to cautious that first we have to save the life of our citizen, but side by side we should move and make a concrete plan to strengthen the Indian economy, especially to strengthen the agriculture sector, do the reform. Because what does a lockdown mean? There are several discussions and debates going place. Somebody is saying that lockdown is bad, but every wise man should know that lockdown is not bad. Actually, lockdown has saved the life of people. And of course, at the cost of economy. But when people will know more, what will economy do? Okay, so in that background, we have to think about this lockdown. But in practice, it means that all economic activities are shut down, which means in turn that the production and supply of goods and services are disrupted. Goods and services are not supplied in adequate quantities to meet existing demand. But at the same time, as economic units are shut down, people lose jobs and wages also. So the COVID-19 lockdown is unique in both demand and supply have fallen. And this is not normal circumstances, dear friends, dear students. Really in history, does such a convergence of decline of demand and supply occur and for a non-economic external reason. So this we have to understand during this COVID era. There are some certain highlights when we move forward to the conclusion session, that PMI of agriculture fell to 27.4 at the lowest mark since 2005, and agricultural output remains largely unaffected by coronavirus outbreak to grow at 3%. So COVID-19 is not impacting the output of agriculture, and this agriculture will support the Indian economy in the coming months, because India is going to register the record production of food grains at almost 300 million tons. So just imagine that on one side COVID-19 is there, and other side agriculture is moving forward. So the Indian economy is left with agriculture only, agriculture to depend upon, and the good news is India is expecting record food grain production. I earlier said around 300 million ton. The government now has to ensure that all food grains that farmers want to sell in the market is picked up. This is particularly necessary because with seemingly less significant contribution to the GDP at around 16% only, agriculture provided employment to about 55% of the workforce in India. And Niti Aayog, the member of Niti Aayog is Ramesh Chandra. He is a very renowned agriculture scientist, agriculture man, experts, has pointed that the silver lining in the dark clouds hovering of Indian economy. And in many reports, Chandra used to say that the farm sector will grow by 3% this year despite adverse condition, and it would add to least 0.5% to India's GDP growth in 2020 and 2021. So this 0.5% additional contribution by agriculture may actually prevent Indian economy from contracting this fiscal. This includes production of non-food crops such as oil seeds also. So COVID-19's economic implications have once again capitulated agriculture into the mainstream of discourse, as we are talking now today. And the reverse migration of the laborers to India's hinterlands is having a differentiated impact across the region. So while agricultural operations in the well-endowed regions are about to suffer, the hinterlands will have received an excess supply of laborers, throwing up new challenges and opportunities. Okay? So agriculture, what is practice? There is practice in agriculture. The agriculture sector gained a respectable place in the as agent of economic development only after success of the Green Revolution, as earlier known. And today is the right time to give momentum to the agriculture, because there are migrants issues and there are recession issues. And so if the lockdown continue without adequate mitigants efforts, even the Kharif crop could be affected. So you have to focus on the Kharif crops. So unless compensated for the loss of labor force, many marine fishing and fish processing activities, this will also be impacted. So government have to rethink about the certain measurement, and separately government have to announce for the agriculture. So the reverse migration due to COVID-19 provides an opportunity for hinterland administration to engage the return laborers in gainful employment, and the sole short-term option is to leverage in the potential to agriculture. Especially labor-intensive sectors like livestock, fisheries and food processing have not developed over the years, and the laborers who have returned can be used to reverse this trend. So this is good opportunity for the agriculture sector, because earlier migrants farmers or laborers were pushed from the rural areas to urban areas, and at COVID-19 reversed them and pushed back to their own native place. The livestock, fisheries and food processing units may be revived, and this is good sign for the coming year. So laborers can also be involved in creating a revamping of rural infrastructure, both in farm and non-farm, godowns, water management, land, and in food and fodder processing. And you all know that UP government is mapping all the migrant labor in the state, and that will benefit the Indian agriculture of the Uttar Pradesh. So the labor has to substitute for the probably reduced input application in agriculture to help maintain the production level, resulting in increased factor share of labor in the agriculture sector. Okay, so maintaining food security both at household and intra-household levels will be challenging, and the presence of additional members in the households without income and contribution to food protection could worsen the nutritional security of household in the short term. And this has gender dimension too, because female will affect most, as women could become further marginalized. And the solution lies largely with the state and the community. While the community's role is critical, its operational success depends on the benevolence of the state in terms of food supply. The public distribution systems, however, in intra-household food insecurity is better addressed by generation awareness and targeting women and children who are out of Anganwadis nowadays. So income transfer measures could also be very helpful in reviving the rural demand. And of course, government has revived the Manrega programs and injected more than 48 extra money to this program. That becomes 1 trillion rupees. That is a very good and welcoming step for the agriculture side. So COVID-19 could reinvent the importance of the agriculture sector as one on which our labor force can fall upon at a time of crisis. Reviving this sector will be the key in post-COVID-19 phase of the Indian economy. So this is a very good chance to bounce back and fight with the COVID-19 and try to revive our Indian economy with baseline of agriculture. Okay, because our survival is dependent on agriculture, and good harvest depends on quality seeds delivered to farmers by the seed sector, both public and private. As we are in the midst of this coronavirus crisis, it is imperative that good seeds, once again you listen, good seeds and other farm inputs reach farmers in time for the Kharif season. So the responsibility lies on the private sector as well, and of course with the government responsibility is more than private sector. But private sector also should think about that, how to provide good seeds to the agriculture for the Kharif season. So India needs about 250 lakh quintals of seed for this Kharif session. This is data, and the preparation of seeds happens between March and May. It begins from the farmers' fields, where pollination etc. are monitored by teams, and after harvest, drying and selection, the seeds are sent to processing plants, and from there they are sent to labs for testing, and finally are packaged for supply to the farmers. So we have to make fast delivery system, should be fast for this Kharif session. And what are the government efforts? The center and state governments have done a great job. Of course, they have done a great job to allay the fear and quickly announced exemptions for the agriculture sector, seeds, laborers, and farms related activities. States such as Telangana and Uttar Pradesh, among others, have been very proactive. Special packages have also been announced for the different sectors. And also the railways have been roped in east transport logistics. ICAR has also issued an agro advisory to maintain hygiene and social distancing. But all is not well in seed paradise. Okay, of course, government realized and announced very quickly to save our agriculture. But all is not well in seed paradise. So we have to think of the how to deliver the better seeds to the farmers. So these all are the issues which we should realize, that why we need structural reforms in agriculture and open agriculture for the private sector also, because understanding the current scenario, we all know that our cultivation is a Kharif, Rabi and Jaid, which starts in June, July and end in May, June respectively. If meat and milk industries put aside, agriculture is a totally unorganized sector. And this is the only sector in India where new technology is the matter of controversy. Okay, and traditional technology are considered as a backward. So this is very contrast, and agriculture is facing this contrast. Earlier it was new seeds was be controversial, and traditional technology seems as a backward. So farmer face shortage of labor during lockdown, shortages of labor for harvesting rabi crops, problem in selling of perishable producers, worst affects animal husbandry sector in this lockdown period. Because hike in agriculture input cost, financial flaws is there, technological gap is there, lack of capacity building is there, lack of promotion of collectiveness is there, hanging with risks. There's a lot of risks in agriculture sector. There's a knowledge dilemma, because farmers are fully dependent on market for everything from seeds to pesticides, etc. And due to COVID-19, the market has stopped functioning. And on the one hand, farmers are on the verge of losing their traditional knowledge system, and on the other hand, they are not equipped with technology. They do not have traditional seeds to grow. They hardly remember traditional process of cultivation like pesticides control, etc. If the market does not supply inputs in such pandemic situation, whole agriculture sector will collapse. And the rain-fed state like Jharkhand grow staple food paddy in all three types of land. So Kharif is on alarming age, and lockdown has put Kharif season in a position where fear spreads faster than COVID-19. And Kharif season starts from, we all know, from mid-June. Still it is come after 15 days. This is the season when maximum agriculture fields are cropped in India. The rain-fed state like Jharkhand grows staple food plenty in the three types of land, and India needs, we all know, India needs 250 lakh quintals of seeds for the Kharif season. So government have to step in to ensure that seeds should be reached to the farmers, and better seeds. So in the last, we can say that we can ask that where does agriculture, whether we are stand at right place or not. Both burden and expectation on agriculture have increased due to COVID-19 and reverse migrations in the country. Earlier I told you all this scenario, and the most neglected sector has become top priority sector for everyone in countries right now. Due to COVID-19, farmers have faced and are still facing difficulties in terms of backward-forward linkages. This situation in livestock, horticulture and floriculture sectors is worse, as meat, fruit, vegetables and flower suppliers are unable to find markets due to restrictions in movement and fall in demand. The supply chain of agriculture is not as smooth as it should be. So post-COVID-19 policy of the country will play a great role in defining Indian agriculture, where still more than 50% workforce is employed. So here I am stopping with this question and throwing back all this question to the government side and as well as to the private sector, who are expected to play a positive role to revive our Indian agriculture. So dear students, we all should concern of the Indian economy, but especially we should concern of the Indian agriculture, because Indian agriculture is going to save our Indian economy in the coming years. Thank you. Stay at home and be safe.